explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're tuning in today. We are going to be holding up a pretty uncomfortable mirror to our daily lives. We're going to examine the frantic, everyday micro habits of our modern routines to see exactly how our unchecked impatience is secretly, and sometimes not so secretly, destroying our peace of mind. If you ever feel like there simply isn't enough time in the day, the data we're unpacking today suggests that the problem might actually be how you are treating time itself. So let's just dive right into this. Okay, I want you to picture this. You're at the grocery store. You step into the checkout line. It's a short line, right? Just a couple of people. But within exactly 10 seconds of standing there, what do? You whip out your phone. We simply cannot sit or stand still anymore. The source material we're looking at today poses a totally brilliant question. Why on earth has 10 seconds of unoccupied time become an absolute emergency? And you know, this perfectly illustrates just how warped our perception of time has actually become. 14. That is the number of times you might check your watch when a meeting starts in exactly 8 minutes. We're constantly checking the time, creating this ridiculous illusion that time is dragging. And by hyperfixating on it, we actually make those 8 minutes feel agonizingly slower. I mean, they say a watched pot never boils, but a watched smartwatch, that actively tortures you. And that anxious energy, it bleeds right into our devices. We are literally living in a constant state of refresh, refresh, refresh. You know the exact feeling. You're waiting on an Amazon package that isn't even due to arrive until tomorrow, but you've already checked the tracking 12 times today. Or you're just furiously refreshing your email inbox and your social media feeds. We are absolutely desperate for new inputs, completely unable to just sit back and let time unfold. That brings us to section 1, the digital waiting game, and our total lack of tolerance for waiting. Let's look at the absolute dark comedy of our tech habits. Think about the 2-second panic. 2 seconds feels like forever now, so you force close a slightly lagging app, only to waste even more time reopening the whole thing from scratch. Or how about double texting? 2 minutes pass with no reply, the panic sets in, and 10 minutes later you're sending a desperate follow-up text. We literally stare at loading bars, trying to will them forward with our minds, or we furiously click a slow web page, which ironically just overwhelms the system even more. Our desperate attempts to speed things up actively sabotage us. The reality is staring us right in the face. Normal speed now feels slow. The source material puts it pretty bluntly. Your brain is cooked. And honestly, it is really hard to argue with that when you look at the evidence. We watch videos at 2x speed because a normal human speaking cadence is somehow unbearable. We mash the skip button to bypass a 30-second television intro. And watching one episode a week? Please, completely impossible. We demand to binge watch entire 12-episode seasons in a single night because we physically cannot wait. Moving into section 2, rushing through your reality and how we are losing our physical presence. So the crucial point here is how this digital itch totally infects our real-life relationships. It's perfectly captured in this tragic cycle of a rushed morning routine. Step 1, your day starts behind, and it stays behind. You rush through the bathroom and the shower. Getting clean is enough, right? There's absolutely zero pause to just enjoy the warm water or take a breath. Step 2, you project this massive stress onto your kids. You yell, "Hurry up," at children who are just naturally moving at a child's pace, starting their day with totally unnecessary anxiety. And step 3, you rush your partner out the door simply because they are moving at a normal human speed. Because your schedule has zero buffer time built in, one tiny delay ruins everyone's morning. We have effectively eliminated nothing time from our lives. Just look at how this physically manifests. Standing still feels impossible, so we pace while waiting. And the tragic part is, you aren't actually burning energy, you're just burning your peace. We constantly fidget, bouncing our legs, clicking pens, cracking knuckles. If there is just 30 seconds of silence, we declare a boredom emergency. We act like we're fighting for survival on a desert island just because we don't have a podcast playing in the background. Silence is treated like literal torture. We even rush through our meals in 4 minutes without tasting a single bite. And we constantly interrupt people mid-sentence because we just cannot wait for our turn to speak. All right, section 3, abandoning long-term goals. This is the danger of the microwave mindset. Let's look at the totally absurd life cycle of the impatient quitter. We measure progress way too often, and we expect overnight success. Step 1, you go on a strict diet for exactly 72 hours. Step 2, you check the scale, and miraculously, there is no massive weight loss. Step 3, you declare the entire diet a catastrophic failure and naturally order a pizza. It is the exact same logic as going to the gym for 7 days, seeing no visible abs, and just quitting entirely, or trying to learn the guitar. And when you aren't a rock star after 60 minutes, you give up and claim talent simply doesn't exist. Work is for later, we just want the results right now. And the financial destruction caused by this impatience, it's staggering. Driven by a total lack of delayed gratification, we buy fast fashion that falls apart in a month instead of waiting to afford quality. We use buy now, pay later schemes to own things right away, but sink into debt, or we lease cars just because it's cheaper today. We completely abandon the patient long-term outcomes, things that actually last, saving thousands of dollars, and the deep peace of true ownership. We are literally paying triple on our credit cards just for instant gratification. It all boils down to having absolutely zero faith in compound results. You might start investing, but after one single month, the portfolio is down 2%. The impatient response? Sell everything immediately. But the reality is that markets, much like personal self-improvement, take years to compound. Small, daily efforts build massive results, but if you only care about getting the big win right this very second, you ultimately end up with nothing. The journey is where life actually happens, but we are just way too obsessed with arriving at the destination. Which leads us to section 4, the anger of impatience and the real collateral damage of rushing. Now, I really want you to pause for a second. Ask yourself, Is 3 seconds of waiting actually worth your life? When we run a red light, or when we speed recklessly just to save 2 measly minutes on a morning commute, we are risking a ticket, a crash, and potentially our very lives. It is absolute madness to decide that waiting 3 extra seconds is somehow a worse fate than a fatal accident. And then, of course, there's the utter absurdity of road rage. We tailgate the car in front of us, knowing full well that being physically closer to their bumper will not make them drive any faster, but we do it anyway. We scream and rage at drivers ahead of us who are literally going the legal speed limit. They are doing nothing wrong. We are just impatient. And we honk our horns the exact millisecond a light turns green, completely forgetting the basic laws of physics, not to mention the fact that human reaction time is, at best, a quarter of a second. Here is a very sobering reality check. When you are sitting on the highway getting absolutely furious at the slow traffic around you, remember this: you are traffic. Everyone else is traffic. By being on the road, you are actively contributing to the exact congestion you're complaining about. When you get angry at traffic, you are ultimately just getting angry at yourself and the collective reality of the situation. But what's truly tragic is how we project all of this chaotic internal rush onto totally innocent people. You're at the store, the cashier is moving as fast as humanly possible, but their computer is lagging. Who do you blame? The cashier. You call a helpline, you sit through just 4 minutes of hold music, and you scream at a human customer service agent. You get angry at beginners at work, completely forgetting that you were once a beginner too. You rage at children who are slow because they are still literally learning how the world works. And you get visibly annoyed at the elderly who just naturally move a bit slower. Finally, let's look at Section 5, choosing peace over war. This is honestly one of the most powerful perspective shifts from the source material we're digging into today. When you find yourself getting impatient with the elderly, remember this: they have earned their slowness. You, on the other hand, have earned nothing by rushing. We have to learn to forgive others for being slow. We must forgive children for learning. And most importantly, we have to forgive ourselves. When you are learning a new skill and you make a mistake, stop raging at yourself. It is completely okay to not be instantly perfect. Which brings us to a final, really provocative thought to wrap up this explainer. Patience is peace. You're choosing war with time. Slow down. You cannot defeat time by rushing. You only defeat your own enjoyment of life. So the next time you feel the urge to pull out your phone in a grocery line, or yell in traffic, or quit a goal after 3 days, just ask yourself, are you choosing peace, or are you going to war with time? Take a deep breath, slow down. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I really hope it gives you something profound to think about today.